Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be making a air intake for my truck. This is a filter I bought off of Amazon, a 4-inch 90 or 45 I bought off of Amazon, and I bought a sock sleeve over there and a hose clamp. I'll leave a link in the description below in a Amazon list so y'all can take a look at that. But what we're going to be doing is taking the existing air box out. So that's including this air guard that covers up the battery. We will be removing the pipe down here that connects to that red boot that goes to the turbo. We're going to be painting this red to match the turbo. We're going to be painting this red to match the turbo. And then this whole area right here will be completely taken out because we will be replacing it with this big filter here. So first thing, you need to take that off. And then we will start removing all of this. So let's get right to work. Alrighty, so I went ahead and got these marked where I need them. The 2-inch is going to be cut and that is going to be slid into the end of the filter. The 1-inch is going to be cut and it is going to be slid into the turbo inlet. So we are going to be using the Evolution chop-off saw and get this cut real fast. Alright, so I just finished up cleaning off the edges with that reamer tool that I just had in the video before this, or the clip before this, and then I used some 320 grit sandpaper to do the outside, and it is very, very smooth now. Kind of tapered it also so the filters would slide in easier. The longer side goes into my, my intake over here. So we are going to slide that in, and you have to slide in at just the right angle for your filter here in a second, but I'll slide in like that and I can adjust it. For the filter itself, I bought these hose clamps off of Amazon. They are 4.5-inch hose clamps, and they have this very nice tab on the top. This is just so you don't have to get a screwdriver every time you want to take off your filter. And let me jump down here real fast. I also bought this filter wear, also off of Amazon. This is just a pre-filter, slides over your regular filter, and it keeps out the leaves and stuff like that. So I'm going to slide this on, make sure everything looks good. Then we are going to take it all apart and paint it red like my turbo. So let me slide this in. This should slide in about that far. Drops in. It will sit just like that. You can adjust this a little bit downward some more. There we go. So it's going to sit about just like that. So other than that, let's pull this all apart one more time, get it painted, and put it back in the truck. So I went ahead and got the 4-inch 45 all taped off and sanded out with 320 grit. I'm going to be painting it with this metal cast ionized coating. It is a red, and I am going to be spraying it 3 times, so it will be as dark as my turbo back there. So let's get this thing out, spray it, and when I'm letting that one dry, I'm going to start taking off this other piece right back there. Okay, so I got this piece pulled out, got it painted silver with the high heat or flame-proof silver paint, and then I also went ahead repainted this silver again. I didn't like the way it was coming out looking, so I sprayed it. The thing is with this kind of paint, you have to have a silver or chrome background for it to show through, because this is kind of a transparent paint, and you can still see all the scratches from the sandpaper, so that's why I painted it again. But I'm going to give these about 10 minutes to dry and then start spraying the 3 coats of the red onto them. The two pieces have been baking in the sun for the last hour to hour and a half, so it is time to throw these back in the truck. So we will start with this one. I'm gonna put a hose clamp. Actually, this one didn't have a hose clamp on it. I'm just gonna slip it back into the pipe that is existing right there. And then we will put the other pipe on and put the filter on. So the filter is completely put in now. Got all of it painted. Got it going down to the turbo over here, as you can see there. So I got the pre-filter on here. This is a black one. I wanted a red one, but the place on Amazon did not have any red ones. They only had blue, yellow, and black. But black matches the rest of the engine bay, so not too worried about it. And it's just a filter, so. The next thing we need to do is seeing if the filter is worth it. By that, I mean, see if it increases your horsepower and your miles per gallon. What I'm going to be testing is the miles per gallon. The last fill up I had was 14.1, and the best I've ever had is 15.1. We're going to be using the 14.1 miles per gallon to use for the test. I'm hoping to get about 14.8, but we will see. I did drive the truck this morning to work, and I noticed it idles a lot smoother now, and it is a little bit quieter, I think. So I'm assuming that's just more airflow into the engine, and that is helping. But I think with the air filter and the fuel filter, it should work really well together. I need to upgrade my HPOP one day, which is my high pressure oil pump. That'll be here in the future. Of course, I'll do a video over it for y'all. But other than that, let me drive the truck for about a week, fill up, and I'll get back to y'all with those numbers. All right, so I've been driving the truck for about a week now. Just when filled up, I went 193.6 miles on this trip. I filled up with 13.5 gallons of diesel, averaging a 14.34 miles per gallon. My last trip that I took before I put the air intake on was 246.2 miles, filled up with 17.49 gallons of diesel, and averaged a miles per gallon of 14.07. So I went up about 0.3 miles a gallon, not too bad. But I do think I drove my truck a little bit harder than I did the time before. But with the air intake, I did notice some improvements. So when you're in like the lower RPMs, it seems like it has a little bit more get up and go. And then also when I'm going like 70 down the highway, it was usually running about 2,700 RPMs, and now it's running about 2,400 RPMs. So I saw that change. And like I said before, the truck runs a lot smoother at idle, and whenever you are driving down the road, you can for sure tell the difference. The turbo kicks in at a lower RPM too now, and whenever it starts spooling up, it really does spool up a lot more. So I think the air intake was for sure worth it. I'm gonna keep on adding up my my miles per gallon. I'm gonna leave a list down in the description or in the comments of my next couple of fill-ups, just to compare them and see kind of what the average is over the next 3 or 4 trips, and that will probably be the number I go with. But other than that, thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.